do not need to ask for the first one. No.
It's wonderful to be here to sing for you tonight. So sit back and relax, and everything will be all right. All right. I'm from California, and they're from Mexico. Sí, señor. We came all this way to sing today. So let's get on with the show. Well, it's for Luis, our baritone. J is for our tenor, Julio. B is our lead, Bruno. He's the best, and you know. M is our bass marshal. Each of us is part and parcel of this group we call Los Bordershop. We love to sing that good old barbershop. Love's what makes us treasure all the time we spend together. Now let us show you what we do. Quiero que me enseñes, por favor, todo lo que encierra la palabra amor, porque así podré saber si es cierto tu querer o solo es un capricho que porque has sentido sé que todo lo que tú me dirás ha de darme la felicidad. Si dime pronto que es amor, que tu palabra espero. Háblame de nuestro amor, mi amor. I'm saying love was made for me and you. You know it's true. Si háblame de nuestro amor, por favor. Sé mi amor, sé mi amor.
Well, I was going to introduce them, but anything I do after that is going to be a letdown. So just to reiterate, we would love to welcome Julio, Luis, Bruno, and welcoming back Marshall Voit, Los Bordershop, who did what I hear was an amazing concert last night and are here to lead worship with us today. So again, welcome. And now I get to find the candle so I can light our chalice. It's all right, we're going to use this. Long before there were stringed instruments or saxophones or flutes or even drums, there was music. The songs of birds, the sounds of wind moving through the leaves, or the sound of rain falling, thunder rolling, the sounds of nature all around us music all around us. And as we humans grew in number and formed communities, we made music with our own bodies, raising our voices in song. We beat out rhythms with stones or sticks, then stretched animal skins over hollowed out logs, finding certain tones pleasing. Maybe it was in stone caves that we first learned about harmony as sounds echoed and then overlapped. We learned which tones, when sounded together, are pleasing to our ears. Some sounds signal joy, others sorrow. Some invite rest, and others call us to move. As we listen to the music offered here today, let our own bodies and minds be still and open to the gifts that music brings, and let us be together in a time of worship.
Good morning, everyone. Buenos días. Nice to see you all. Con espíritu de reverencia reconocemos que nos juntamos en la tierra de los Kumeyaay. Al encender esta vela, reafirmamos nuestro compromiso de cultivar relaciones significativas con los habitantes de esta tierra y de trabajar juntos por la justicia y la equidad. In a spirit of reverence, we acknowledge that we gather on the land of the Kumeyaay. As we light this candle, we affirm our commitment to cultivate meaningful relationships with the people of this land and to work together for justice and equity. I'd like to invite you to rise as you're able as we sing our opening hymn, a meditation on breathing. It'll be led this morning by Los Bordershop and Tomás Acosta.
Good morning, and welcome to the First Unitarian Universalist Church of San Diego, where we worship each Sunday in the South Bay, in Hillcrest, and online. Our mission is to create community, nurture spiritual growth, and act on our values to heal the world. I am the Reverend Justine Sullivan. I use the pronouns she and her, and I serve as one of your ministers here. And I have the pleasure of serving this morning as your worship associate with our guest worship leaders, Los Bordershop. If you are visiting, I want to extend to you a special welcome, and I invite you to fill out the visitor form in your order of service, and return it to the welcome table out on the patio. If you're joining us online, you can also fill out our visitor form at the link on the live stream page or in the YouTube service description. We would love to connect with you. Now, if you've been coming here for a while and are starting to feel like maybe this is your spiritual home, we invite you to consider becoming a member of this beloved community. If you'd like to explore what it means to be a member, or if you have questions about the membership process, come see us over at the welcome table on the patio following worship this morning. Welcome to this space. Bring all of who you are and all the beauty of languages, cultures, and skin tones that come together in your uniqueness. You are welcome here. In the beauty that is who you love and how you love. You are welcome here. In all the ways you experience and express gender. You are welcome. In all the ways you live, move, and experience your embodied self. You are welcome. With all of the religious and ethical traditions that inform your spiritual life. You are welcome. Together may we live into our shared values, with love at the center. It is good to be together.
I invite you to rise again as you're able for our church hymn. You get to sing like us, which is taking the pitch from the pitch pipe this morning.
Good morning, friends.
Good morning, Tony.
I'd like to invite any of the children or youth who'd like to come up and join me for our time for all ages. And while they're on their way up, just a reminder, as you might see on all the posters around, after the service at 11:30, there's some games happening in 323 with Rainbow Action. Reverend Justine is leading a brainstorming session for our sustainable future in Bard Hall, not to be missed. Or you could rehearse with one of the summer choirs in the chapel. Good morning. So our service today, as you have already heard, is very musical. So I thought I would find a time for all ages about music. And since Los Bordershop is also about making music across a border, I thought this story worked really well. It's about making music across a different kind of border, the border between above the ground and below the ground. And it's also about how sometimes we can have a really big impact on things without knowing that we're having it. So this is called mole music. Mole lived all alone underground. He spent his days digging tunnels. At night, he ate his supper in front of the TV and then went to bed. Mole liked his life, but lately he had begun to feel there was something missing. One night on television, a man played the violin. He made the most beautiful music Mole had ever heard. I want to make beautiful music too, Mole said to himself. So the next day, he sent away for a violin of his own. Every day, Mole checked his mailbox. No violin. Finally, after nearly 3 weeks, it arrived. Mole was so excited. He picked up the violin and drew the bow across the strings. But instead of beautiful music, all he made was a horrible screeching sound. Oh, it looks like the birds in the tree are even reacting to his music up there. Mole tried again. The violin still screeched, but not quite so horribly. Mole kept at it. After about a week, he could play one note, then two. And before a month went by, he could play an entire scale. Mole continued to practice. He learned to put the notes together in a simple song. Years went by. Mole got better and better. Looks like that tree grew some too. He was happier than he'd ever been. During the day, as he dug tunnels, Mole hummed the music he would play at night. Now, Mole played even better than the man he'd seen on TV so long ago. Sometimes, he wondered what it would be like to play his music for people. But look what's happening up above the ground, friends. He imagined himself playing before a huge audience. He imagined that he played for presidents and queens. He even imagined that his music could reach into people's hearts and melt away their anger and sadness. Why, maybe his music could even change the world. Mole laughed at himself. How silly I am, he thought, imagining that my music could do all that when no one has ever heard it. But look at that picture, friends. Do you think they've heard it? Looks like they heard it. Mole played one more song, then put down his violin and went to sleep and dreamed beautiful, peaceful dreams. The end. Thanks. So, friends, I know you make a difference in my life, and I hope some of us, feel that others make a difference in their lives. And our goal is to make difference in other people's lives. That's sort of our mission here, to create community and nurture spiritual growth and act on our values to heal the world, which is a fancy way of saying we're making a difference in people's lives. So I hope, like Mole, we make that difference. So right now, those of us up here, I wonder if we could stand up and help me lead our congregation in our affirmation. We'll say it first in English and then in Spanish. We are Unitarian Universalists, a people of open minds, loving hearts, and welcoming hands. Somos unitarios universalistas, personas de mentes abiertas, corazones amorosos, y manos que dan la bienvenida. And now, friends, I invite you to meet me and your other leaders on the patio. We'll head to our groups.
We have a lay minister available to listen to what might be on your heart this morning, and that is Julie over there wearing the yellow scarf. You can meet Julie out on the patio. Also, at any time during the service, you're invited to go over here to my left, your right, and light a candle and place it in the sand as a way of representing something that is on your heart. We also have a tour of our beautiful campus that's happening. Lots happening today right after worship. It's Marge right here wearing the purple. You can meet Marge right up here following the postlude, and she will tell you all about the campus and show you some of the many beautiful spaces here. We have a very special event here tomorrow evening here at the Hillcrest campus from 6 to 9. San Diego Veterans for Peace is presenting an anti-war program in honor of the Golden Rule, the historic anti-nuclear peace vessel. The evening will include a symposium on current wars and their impact on San Diego, and there'll be a time for questions and answers, and there'll be a documentary screening on the history of the Golden Rule, and live music by the Front Street Troubadours. Tabling will begin at 6. No registration is required, but please come, bring your friends, family, neighbors. And a late-breaking development in the program for tomorrow evening, a man who survived the Hiroshima bombing during World War II will be present and will share some of his experiences of living with the physical and the psychic injuries of that war. So please plan to attend if you can. And if you'd like more information, I invite you to speak with John Falke. This is a matter of great importance. It really has been his passion, and he's worked very hard to get this program to come here. And you can find John over at coffee hour following worship. And also after worship this morning, I invite you to come dream a dream with me. We'll meet in Bard Hall as coffee hour is ending, and we'll have an opportunity to just brainstorm about what this campus could be as we move toward a more sustainable footprint for us going forward, so that we can be more financially sustainable going forward. No idea will be dismissed or critiqued. We will love every idea as it's presented, and we will capture them all, and then there'll be a second process of discernment. So please plan to attend over in Bard Hall, and we'll do this again in the fall for those who are away and can't be with us today. One way that we live our values is by sharing our offering with local organizations that are working for justice. Throughout the month of July, our offering is shared with Trans Family Support Services, Trans Family SOS. This is a nationwide organization that helps transgender, non-binary, and gender-fluid youth access the support and resources they need. They provide family coaching, assistance with healthcare and insurance issues, and help navigating the legal system, and they offer support in our schools. And all their services are offered at no fee. So at this time when so many of our trans and non-binary beloveds are under attack, our support is needed more than ever. You can donate this morning through cash or check in the boxes in the middle level of the meeting house, or you can text the number on your screen with the words text to donate, or you can scan the QR code on the screen. Thank you so much for your generosity. The offering will now be gratefully received.
Not la sopla Good morning again, everyone. It's so nice to see faces who are still special to me, but who were special to me kind of on a daily basis for a few years, way back when. For those that I haven't met, my name is Marshall Voit. I use he and him pronouns. I served as the music director here at First Unitarian Universalist Church of San Diego from, I want to say, early 2022 to about mid-2024. So I got a chance to spend a lot of time in this community. You all are beloved to me. And I want to thank you all for welcoming Los Bordershop and me back so warmly last night and this morning. Thanks to Reverend Justine and to Tony for making the invitation to be part of the service this morning. So over the last couple years, I have studied at Northern Arizona University. I've had a chance to continue to make special music with people who became really special to me. In addition to sort of the smaller pieces, the 3 to 4 minute choral pieces that we worked on, I had a chance to sing some master works. Verdi's Requiem. Giuseppe Verdi was an Italian composer, actually a senator in Italy also. And he wrote the Requiem not out of a deep faith, but because he had lost a dear friend. The Requiem is a mass for the dead. And just the drama of that piece with the orchestra was an incredible thing to be a part of. This year we put on 2 pieces. One was John Adams' Harmonium. John Adams was a minimalist composer. And if you want to think for a moment about how long you can just hear no, 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 no. And that sound in the flutes and the singers just expands into this lush orchestral texture. And that was a totally different experience. It brought up all different things for me. It was also very special. And then the other masterwork we did was Francis Poulenc's Gloria, which is just playful. There's a movement in there. He once saw a group of nuns playing soccer, and he composed the Gloria movement of this piece to sort of capture the joy that they were experiencing as these monks were playing soccer that you just wouldn't expect it that way. The point is that the music that I have had the joy of making in my life has just taught me so much about what it means to be a human. It opens up, it's a pathway to feeling every different emotion. It's a pathway to understanding. The song that we just sang during the offering is called Notla Sotla. It's a piece composed, it's a traditional song in Nahuatl. Nahuatl is a language that was spoken throughout what is now central Mexico and is still spoken in some places. But understanding the reference to the mountains and the reference to the sun there helps those of us who sing it, helps those of us who hear it, understand just a little bit more about the people who created that song, the people who created that moment. And it's a song of love, of course, because what do humans do? The good ones, I guess. We love each other, and we try to love each other, and we try to understand each other. For me, that's what this project of Los Bordershop is really all about. We started in 2019 when Julio, Tomas, and another friend, Patch, and I met at an event called Common Ground Voices, La Frontera. So it was a group of 12 singers from the United States and 12 from Mexico who met in Tijuana and San Diego. We spent a week together learning choral music, learning about each other. And we put on a concert at the end of the week, one in Tijuana and one in San Diego. And even then, our friend Patch, he did not have a visa, so he was not able to participate in the concert in San Diego. So this issue of living in the borderlands became just immediately important to our group. It was felt within our group. The whole point of that was for us to learn about each other and make music together. And I made what ends up being one of the best decisions I ever made, which is when I introduced myself bilingually at that event. I said, "Hi, my name is Marshall, hola, me llamo Marshall, y amo cantar el barbershop." I love to sing barbershop. And Julio and Tomas and Patch said, "Whoa, we listen to barbershop, but we love barbershop. We should make a quartet." And so we did, and we started that year. And over time, as happens in groups like this, the personnel has shifted a little bit, and I have had the incredible honor and pleasure of calling Bruno and Luis my brothers. my siblings in this world. And the process of us learning about each other has just expanded my world so much and opened my heart so much. Barbershop's an interesting art form. It started in the United States. There's some evidence that suggests that barbershop grew out of traditions of improvised harmony singing in African American communities, not quite as far back as slavery. They're not sort of spirituals necessarily, but certainly when there were sort of indentured workers on plantations in the South, they sang. And there's some evidence in classical compositions that borrowed from their harmonic language that sounds like barbershop, that like, oh, this might go back even to like the late 1800s, might be 150 years old. As so many things in this country, barbershop in the 1940s, maybe late 30s, was codified by a group of white men who excluded any people of color, who excluded women from participating in organized versions of the hobby. And as that happened, barbershop also sort of evolved in a different way into what we now call doo-wop music. So barbershop and doo-wop are very much cousins in this world. They're not necessarily harmonically equal, but they come from sort of the same traditions. Over the years, as our society changed, in this sense for the better, leaders in the barbershop world said, well, this is ridiculous. Why are we so exclusive? And they opened up the society to people of color. About 8 years ago or so, they opened up society membership and the ability to compete in barbershop competitions to women. And this year, just 3 weeks ago, for the very first time ever, the International Barbershop Quartet champions is a quartet of women, GQ, yeah. I highly commend them to you. If you want to go on a YouTube rabbit hole, look up GQ for Girls Quartet. That's their name. And I don't know if any of the videos from this year are out, but they have one. Remember the song? Baby, 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 when you touch me like this, put it on me like that. Anyway, it's all coming back to me. That's the name of the song, not what's happening right now. They're so good, and they won this year. They're the International Barbershop Harmony Champions. Barbershop is sung in lots of places throughout the world. It's sung in places in Europe, in Germany, the UK, Spain, Sweden particularly has a pretty robust barbershop community. In Australia and in New Zealand, not very many places in South America, not very many places in Asia, not very many places in Africa. In most of these cases around the world where barbershop is sung, it's sung almost exclusively in English. There's barbershops existed in Japan for several years, and they just had their first contest there last summer. And every single song on that stage, on that contest, there were probably 20 quartets and maybe 8 choruses. Every single song that they sang was sung entirely in English. And maybe there's a measure of singing in English as sort of a prestige exercise, an exercise in taking something and performing it in its authenticity. But I think barbershop has far greater applications than that. Barbershop's a genre but there's not a lot of pretense in it, right? The songs are direct, they communicate an emotion or several emotions without a whole lot of metaphor or extra stuff around them. We wear our hearts on our sleeve, which is another thing I like about it, because when we sing, as we will in a moment, Cuando alguien me amaba, when somebody loved me from Toy Story, I think about those people in my life who I have loved, who've loved me and are no longer here. And every time we sing it, maybe not every time we sing it, but it inspires me to think about people whose love I have felt in all sorts of ways and different kinds of relationships in my life. When we sing Yo soy tu amigo fiel, you've got a friend in me. Last night, or Friday night, we sang it in Fullerton, and I had a student from NAU, somebody who I taught for a couple of years there, who was in California for the summer, and she came to the show, and I got a chance to sing that and just sort of reinforce that student and teacher bond, which I didn't know would mean so much to me, but which really does. I've loved teaching over the last couple of years. And so I got a chance to reinforce and feel that emotion that way. there's no real point other than to say there's so much that music can teach us. And with this group, we have a chance to explore barbershop in different ways, to take it and adapt it so that it might work not only in English, but in a way that is culturally relevant in different parts of the world, in our case, in Mexico. And so from here, I want to sort of let the music speak for itself. We have a few songs to share with you this morning. And each of them is sort of different. I'll take you through the whole list, and then I think we'll just sing them. So we'll start with a piece called Contigo en la Distancia. Remind me of the composer.
César Portillo de la Luz, peruano.
He's a Peruvian composer. His name is César Portillo de la Luz. And he wrote a song called Contigo en la Distancia. As we talk about adapting repertoire, this is a piece that is well known throughout Latin America. It does not have an English translation that I know of. It does not have a barbershop arrangement until like 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, something like that. Our lead, Bruno Cisneros, just sent to our WhatsApp group chat, he said, "Here, friends," and there was a completed barbershop arrangement and a learning track for us to work with. And I said, yes, do more of that. That would be great. So we'll start with Contigo en la Distancia. This is a love song. No matter how far away you are, that's where I want to be also. That's where I'll be. We'll continue with What a Wonderful World. That's in English, that Tomas will join us and sing that. After that, we have this Cuando Alguien Me Amaba. This is a song from Toy Story 2, When Somebody Loved Me. It's the real tearjerker song in that film. If you remember, it's the toy Jessie, the cowgirl doll, and she's singing about the girl who played with her but then sort of forgot about her and left her, set her aside. So she's singing about this lost love. Very touching song. And then we'll close with Only for Your Listening Pleasure. It doesn't have so much deep meaning, but my baritone, Luis, is an incredible soloist. So we'll close with Solo Tu, Only You. You might remember that song from the Platters, Only You and You Alone. So that one's just only for fun, because we have to create space for that also in this world. Just fun and joy, and there's so much of that in what we do. And because I've given a shout out to Bruno and Luis, this is Julio. No, Julio, that's not all I'm going to say. Julio's an incredible tenor, also a composer and arranger, and pianist. Those of you who were here last night got to hear him play piano a little bit. So again, just thank you so much for having us, and we hope that you enjoy this music. I believe that in your orders of service, there are translations to everything we're singing in Spanish. It might be up there, I'm not sure, but you have it there anyway. So thank you so much for having us this morning. Really appreciate seeing all of you and being welcomed so warmly back. And without further ado, we are Los Bordershop.
No existe un momento del día en que pueda apartarme de ti. El mundo parece distinto cuando no estás junto a mí. Junto a mí. No hay bella melodía en que no surjas tú, y no quiero escucharla si no la escuchas tú. Es que te has convertido en parte de mi alma. Ya nada me consuela si no estás tú también.
allá de tus labios, del sol y las estrellas, contigo en la distancia, amada mía, estoy. Es que te has convertido en parte de mi alma. Ya nada me consuela si no estás tú también. Más allá de tus labios, del sol y las estrellas, contigo en la distancia, amada mía, estoy. Contigo en la distancia, amada mía, estoy. Contigo en la distancia, amada mía,
So we formed this group in 2019 at a program where Julio and Tomas and I were all a part. And so our fourth singer, original singer, our baritone, his name's Juan Patch. He's back in Jalapa, but seems like a nice opportunity just to bring him to mind as we sing this. You know, singing together, it really feels like a wonderful world. No matter what is happening out there, we find our joy and our love together.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They learn much more than I ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world, wonderful world.
continue with Cuando Alguien Me Amaba, When Somebody Loved Me. It's a song of lost love. There's joy in it too, in the remembering, and there's sadness in the losing of it.
Sentía tan feliz los momentos que pasamos, recuerdo bien. Siempre en su pesar, yo sus lágrimas sequé, su alegría compartí también. Cuando había unión y nada más nosotras como debía ser. Y si solo estaba, la solía acompañar. Así fue cuando me amó, cuando ella me El tiempo pasó, yo soy igual, mas poco a poco me olvido, sola me quedé, pero espero aún oír su voz diciendo yo te amo. Olvidada estaba cuando ella me encontró, me sostuvo como antes, de nuevo me sonrió, pues me amaba, sí, me amaba. Cuando alguien me amaba, me sentía tan feliz. Los momentos que pasamos recuerdo bien. Cuando me amó, cuando ella me amó. Cuando alguien te ama. Only you can make all this world seem right. Only you can make the darkness bright. Only you and you alone. comprendes como soy. Me alumbra donde voy. Cuando pienso en ti, el cielo gris es un diamante azul. Me ilusionas tú, mi amor, solo tú. Comprendes cómo soy. Me alumbra donde voy. Cuando pienso en ti, el cielo gris es un diamante azul. Me ilusionas, oh, mi amor. Solo tú. Solo tú.
When was the last time you swooned in church? My goodness. Let us just take a moment to breathe together, fan ourselves after that, perhaps, and enter into a time of meditation or prayer. And in this stillness, maybe you can hear the music continuing, reverberating as it continues to vibrate in our bodies, becoming part of our memories. And may we know that any time that we feel troubled or worried, we can replay some of those musical memories now, because they are part of us. That's what singing in community offers. In this time of so much turmoil in the world, so much pain, and so much news that invites us to relive and imagine horrible moments, we are invited to remember gratitude. Gratitude for connection, gratitude for mattering to one another, for caring about one another, and gratitude for music that brings beauty and wonder and question and love together. That's why Dr. King said that the protest couldn't start until the musicians came, until the singers came. Because music reminds us that we are not alone. So let us continue to let that beauty reverberate inside of us, reminding us that we are not alone. May it be so. Blessed be, and amen.
I invite you to rise as you're able and join us in our closing song, our closing hymn, Voit. I'll take the bass part. Y'all sing the melody.
We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within, and we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Voit-ya-ya, 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 voit-ya-ya. We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within, and we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Voit-ya-ya, voit-ya-ya, voit-ya-ya,
May your week be filled with song, and may your heart be full of joy and gratitude for what we have shared this morning. Go forth with love and peace.
By way of postlude, this favorite. 1, 2, and...